Hi, Gary here. I had a very sobering experience about 20 years ago. I was meeting with a client, a couple, and he was about to retire, and this was a couple pre-meetings before retirement. And we had one scheduled for a few days after his retirement party. But anyway, he goes to his retirement party, and they run out of alcohol at the party. He just volunteers to drive down to the store to pick up some more booze. And so he drives down there, he pulls into the parking lot, he parks his car, puts it into park, turns it off, and has a massive heart attack and dies right in his seat. I mean, I just couldn't believe it. It was a horrible story. I had to really help his widow through a terrifically terrible time. But he was a classic example of someone who was not whatsoever prepared for retirement. I mean, it was highly stressful for him. Well, it made a huge impact on me. To this day, I love doing retirement planning and walking through all of it. But boy, that one made a real impression on me for the rest of my life. So what are the myths? There's really, when I come down to it, 5 big myths. And basically, in no particular order, is number 1, retirement's easy. Number 2, you have plenty of free time. Number 3, retirement is just plain stress-free. Number 4, finances are okay. And number 5, you're there. You made it there. So let's take them one at a time. Retirement is easy. No, it's not. You're going to go from a mode of having set up over a long period of time and transitioning over a period of time into a place where you're working in a business, you have relationships with different individuals, you have social and economic and personal and emotional relationships that all change. And so they're still there. They're just in a different mode. So retirement isn't easy. There's still the same kinds of things that you're dealing with that you dealt with in business. It's just been transferred over into retirement. That one's not true. Number 2, plenty of free time. I can more easily get a hold of my clients who are working, because I know where they are, than I can for my clients who are in retirement mode. They're so busy. Multiple reasons for it. They've gone through a transition, then changed their life to doing lots of different things. Not to mention that now that they're probably grandparents and they have children that have high costs for childcare, and they're out moving around, helping them watch the grandchildren, pick them up from school, different things. I mean, that's just one little aspect they didn't even think was going to happen. And there's all sorts of other stuff that's going on. I can tell you this. Everybody I talk to gets in retirement after a year or two says, I think I'm busier than ever was before, and I don't know how I did it when I was working. Now, that's not true. Number 3, retirement is stress-free. Guess what? You thought high school was hard and college was hard and all the stresses, and we laugh at those kids, and then you're in work and you think, oh, this is hard, raising kids, a family, this, that, and the other thing. Retirement's no different. It's not stress-free. Different stresses, different things, and they fall in so many different areas, between relationships and health and all sorts of things you're still looking forward to doing in your life, but it's not stress-free. It's just different stresses handled differently, proactively. Number 4, finances are okay. Oh, this is horrific. I mean, folks walk into retirement thinking, I got enough money, and they never went through and did the projections and the necessary stuff to say, will it last? They deal with inflation. They deal with heavier health care costs or long-term costs. Or they're going to travel more. Or they're going to start helping out their children or grandchildren, which a lot of them do in retirement. It's a lot of stuff. And when you start putting all those numbers together and all the tax code changes and everything else, it's different. Finances may not be okay, or they may be, but you don't want to walk in without it. Last one. I'm there. I made it. Got through this whole life. Now I can relax. As the other 4 said, that one, I think is dispelled by most people, but you just don't make it anywhere. When you've made it somewhere, usually you're deceased, and that's it. Because life's about growing. Otherwise, you're going the other direction. Now, I would suggest you start doing this transition 2 years before retirement, because it takes that long to make a lot of these adjustments. You can do it afterward. It's a little more difficult for most people, but certainly can transition that way. Next, we have a second opinion service. Give us a call. It makes it easier to bring somebody in to talk about their finances, to walk through some of these issues I just covered, to see if they're clear-headed about what it's going to be like when they get on the other side of the mountain. in that place that's supposed to be easy and stress-free and so forth, which we all know is not true. So I hope this helps. Until next time, enjoy.